I was sitting alone on the park bench, staring at the water, letting the cold wind cut through my jacket. The world felt muted, grey, hollow. I hadn't realized how heavy silence could feel until that moment. Then she appeared. A little girl, maybe 8 or 9, carrying a small tray. On it was a glass of lemonade, condensation running down the sides. She walked slowly, carefully, like she was approaching something fragile. Hi, she said softly, holding out the glass. I thought, maybe you'd like some lemonade? I blinked. Me? Really? My voice sounded harsher than I intended. She nodded, eyes wide but kind. Yeah. I mean, it's not much, but... I took the glass, surprised. Thank you. That's really nice of you. She smiled faintly and sat down on the bench beside me, careful not to get too close. For a few moments, we just watched the water together. The quiet was almost comfortable, a strange kind of understanding. Then she spoke again. I know what it's like to feel empty, she whispered, barely above the wind. I turned to her, startled. What do you mean? Her small shoulders slumped. My mama. She left when I was little. Sometimes, I sit alone and pretend she's still here, but then I remember. She's gone. And it feels empty. Like nothing can fill it. Something in me cracked. Here was this little stranger, sitting beside me, speaking about loss in a way that mirrored my own heartache. I'd lost so much, had felt so hollow for years, and suddenly this child, no more than a stranger, put words to exactly what I'd been feeling. I know that feeling too, I admitted quietly, staring at the glass in my hand. It's like there's a hole inside, and no matter what you do, it doesn't get smaller. She nodded, eyes glistening. Yeah, it's like everyone else is full, and you're just empty. And nobody sees it until you tell them. I see it now, I said, my voice breaking a little. And you're right. Nobody notices until someone talks about it. We sat there for a long while. The sun dipped lower, the water reflected orange and pink hues, and yet it all felt secondary to this small moment of connection. You're not alone, she said softly, almost like a promise. Even if it feels empty, someone can notice. Someone can care. I smiled faintly, a lump in my throat. Thank you. You just reminded me of something important. That even in the emptiest moments, a little kindness, a little presence, can fill a part of it. She grinned, shyly but confidently, then whispered, I'm glad I could help. My mama left, but maybe, helping people makes it a little easier. I felt my chest tighten, a mix of sadness and gratitude. I had been carrying this emptiness alone for so long, thinking nobody could understand, nobody could help. And here she was, a small stranger, offering lemonade and words that felt like medicine for my soul. When she finally left, I watched her skip down the path, her tiny figure disappearing into the distance. But something inside me stayed light. A little spark of hope, of connection, of understanding. I raised the glass to my lips, tasting the sweet, cold lemonade, and realized, sometimes the smallest gestures, the quietest voices, can reach the deepest emptiness. That day, I wasn't completely empty anymore.